On your marks, get set, go.
I have no idea where we're going, but
So this episode is just going to be us doing this, isn't it?
pretty much because we've got new toys. And boy, are they loud.
They are loud. Yeah.
I should have got a screenshot of that.
Did you do? I can't even see where you... Oh, I can.
I went over the rocks, and then I do feel we should maybe do a proper introduction at some point.
Yeah, not just us driving around being idiots.
Being hooligans.
Scared the deer.
Oh, well. I am.
Should we do some work?
I guess so. Welcome back to the Western Wilds, I guess.
Yeah, welcome back.
And a moment of idiocy. I'll head back to my farm now and go have a play. Maybe
catch you in a bit, mate.
Maybe I'll just have a play with this.
Mind that tree.
I couldn't write that, could I? And remember, all of my stunts are done by trained professionals who
yes.
on a closed set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think I'm just going
to the place disturbed.
Did we want to have a quick chat about the farm valuation that we had done before we started?
Yes, let's do that.
So we very quickly re-added up the value of our farms, and because we are both sadly engineers, there's a spreadsheet for that. And
there is indeed.
Mine's about £428,000.
It is, and mine was 530 something, I think.
Yep.
530,000.
Yep. So you're about 100,000 ahead.
Yep.
But still pretty close. I don't think it's over yet.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
No. And there are no ladies here, so it never ends.
Never ends. Poor viewers.
Yeah. Some of them are still watching it, so
yeah.
we probably lost another 10 or 20 with that stupid start.
Oh, I don't know. It depends if they're monster truck fans or not.
That is true. That is true. Hopefully it goes down better than when Argsy and FSG tried to start with horse riding.
I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I remember you said, though, it was a bit of a... yeah.
Yeah. It was quite interesting that they both... I think they chatted about it on a stream afterwards, and it was like, it just completely bombed because the thumbnail was them on horses.
Oh. Well... Yeah, we won't. I don't think horses is going to fit in really. Although it's the Western.
Yeah, I think you should definitely invest at least £200,000 in horses.
Well, yeah, I'd make it back in about 50 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. But then you'd be very wealthy, so I think it's worth it.
Yeah, there is that.
That's like I think the chickens idea was a bad idea, although it didn't cost me very much money. So I'm just going to leave them sat there, and maybe eventually the eggs will be worth a bit.
What are the eggs worth, to be fair?
That is a very, very good question.
I believe you've not checked.
I've forgotten. Wow. Nearly £6,500 for 1,000 litres.
That ain't bad.
How big's a pallet of eggs? Is it 1,000 litres or is it 500?
No, 1,400, I think.
Okay, so it's about 15 grand sat there. Nice.
There you go. See, might not have been such a bad idea after all.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it a couple of days, I think, and maybe sell them then. I need something to throw. Oh, I could put them in the monster truck. Not sure how that would work because that's owned by the common farm.
Oh, yeah, of course. So, no, actually, be an interesting test.
Not a test I want to do. I don't want to lose the money if the test goes wrong.
Well, oh, yeah, there is that. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
So, yeah, I am going to get on with some work, so I'll chat to you in a bit.
Okay, mate. Speak in a bit.
Yeah, pretty much finished the ploughing off in the background. I may or may not have done some of this whilst we were setting up. Don't tell Kartek. I think he might watch this, but don't tell him. So the plan is I should have probably left some sort of boundary there, but we're going to plant all of this big area with oats, I think. I was tempted to do more soybeans. I may do more. I may just do soybeans, because I need to make some cash, and then we're going to buy our third plot of land, because I have some catching up to do, and that means we need more land. So, yep, that's the plan. We're going to get a worker going on the planting. We're going to use the new planter we brought, which was probably a bad idea. We didn't really need to have brought that. And then, yeah, we're going to buy another plot of land, and then we're going to lease some more kit, because I don't think we have anything leased at the moment. No, we don't. So that will be the plan. And while the worker plants, we will do stuff. Stick around to find out what that stuff is. Could really do with VCA on here to get some diff locks going. But yeah, I'm just going to finish off this bit of ploughing, and I will be back with you. So that's this little strip of ploughing finished. I could go along there, but I'm not going to bother at the moment. We can lift that up, and we're going to go get the case working on the planter. What I think I'm going to do is... Actually, no, we can do it the other way. That's fine. So the ultimate plan is to have only 2 fields. At the moment, we sort of have 3. Right. Let's go swap tractors. I may regret leaving that big monster truck in the middle. Okay, create fields is turned off, so we can just dump this on the ground. There you go. Right. Yeah, because we've got liquid fertilizer in the new planter, we're going to use that first. I'm going to refuel and repair. This tractor will be cheaper to repair, and because it's going to be on a worker, it doesn't matter that the gearbox is a bit funky. And then, yeah, we're going to head up to the store and lease some new toys. £8 to repair. Excellent. I think the Massey is going to be a lot more than that. So yeah, I can use the new planter to do soybeans, so we are going to go soybeans. Apologies if that is a little boring and predictable, but money. So I had originally planned to go corn, as you can see, because we have corn selected. But I was going to do corn and do silage, but I think that's just going to be too time consuming. Particularly to sell, so. Go this route instead. And hopefully the 9-meter planter will make quite short work of this job. Let's get GPS set up. And yeah, if I do 1 row and a bit, then the worker can carry on and fill in all of this area, hopefully. Let's go. Soybeans going in. Looks like Cartex planted some more soybeans as well. It is the winning crop. So we had a one ponder through why he's ahead as he is at the moment, and I think the difference is the difference between him doing the silage cut that he did on his second plot of land. So he mowed and baled all of this. You'll remember we helped him out with that, versus my soybean harvest that I did on here. We think that's the difference, and that not worried about rolling. Oh, we've already got full fert on here. Oh, well, so we're wasting some liquid fertilizer at the moment. It's a bit annoying, but not the end of the world. It has prompted me to plan for the rest of today's video. I'm being a bit cryptic about because I'm hoping that Cartech will stop watching and not notice as I'm recording. Okay, so hopefully that's now no. So that's now going on a worker. So we're going to buy plot 18. And then, yes, I know I'm spending a lot of money, but there's profit in this. We are going to lease a Big M. And I need to repair the Massey. Nearly £5,000 to repair. I'm going to head up to the store and get a baler as well. She might wait to get the baler. Yeah, we'll wait to get that. Let's get this away from the shop, just in case. So I actually did some testing on this offline and worked out roughly how much I think I'm going to make from mowing and baling this entire patch of grass. And that's why I am comfortable that I can lease a Big M. So hopefully he won't notice us sneak this past and onto the farm. But that should make mowing really quick. We'll get mowing done, and then I'm going to work on baling and ploughing kind of in tandem. Is the plan. It'd be really nice if we had the simple inspector on here so I could keep an eye on the workers' supply of seed and fert, but guess not. So next time we have those soybeans to harvest and that sorghum to harvest. I've never done sorghum, so that'll be interesting to see how much we make off of that. And yeah, I'm just going to mow as much as I can. Actually a little bit more because we missed part of the end of that plot of land, so not going to do any headlands, just going to do as much as we can coming in from outside of the plot. So width and if we move the lines across so they get pretty close to the edge of the field, there we go. Should tell us we don't own the land until we get there. Oh, we're on widespreading. Come on, lower down. And let's go. Yeah, so I think we'll time lapse this because this is going to take quite a while and I'll be jumping backwards and forwards, probably getting seed for the case, so I'll be back with you in a bit.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going on.
Very, very nearly done. I think I've got 1 or 2 more strips to go, and we haven't been spotted yet. So I'm not sure how much I will have shown of probably some montagey, time-lapsey bits. The planter is doing well. It's got about 25% of its seed left, so probably going to have to refill that before the field is finished. Or I might switch to the seeder and just finish it off with what's left in there. And that might work. They're both direct planters, drills, so either way is fine. Not that it matters because some of it's not tilled. We just went. Well, we had to plough it because we put sugar beet in. So yeah, it's all been ploughed anyway. So I have saved the GPS course on here so that when we're doing the baling, hopefully we can just run on that same GPS course, and that will make it easier. And that is going to be the next job. We're going to go and lease the baler as soon as we are done with the mowing. So I think we might get one more strip. I am not sure where the boundary is. This hasn't taken long at all. Only a third of an hour on the clock for the lease, which is pretty nice. And as I said, we haven't been spotted yet, so I'm not sure how far we're going to get away with it, but I think if I'd had course play, I would have done 2 plots of land, but we don't have course play, so just the 1 plot, because it's going to take a while to bale this. When I tested it, when I was using course play, and I had 2 balers running, and it still took quite a while. But my plan is that we'll bale as much as we can before the end of today. Might keep the baler on lease, we can't afford to buy it. And I'm just going to bale as much as I can, and then we'll plough some and plant crops in it, and we'll go across like that, I think. Or because we've got the GPS course saved, maybe we'll just let it grow and mow it. But I'm going to call that done. We'd be cheeky. I don't think it's going to let us mow one more strip. If it does, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pick it up or not. No. Okay, so we're done with that, so let's return that. We need to get that some seed, so we'll do that next. Probably got enough liquid fert left. We definitely need more seed in there. I don't know if we have any more seed at the farm or not. And it's weird that it's doing that texture. I don't know if soybeans does that texture when you use seeder. I'm really not sure. Kartek's been doing pretty much the same thing by the looks of it. He's been ploughing in his field and planting soybeans. I think we both realised that soybeans is the way to make a lot of money. Hopefully we can get to the end of this row and then we'll go fill this planter up. Perfect timing. And yeah, it's got a lot of that done really quickly. It has really been working through that job. I was going to say ploughing through, but we both used that joke more than enough. So, let's turn it off. I very rarely use GPS, so I forget what the controls are. Don't have any bags of seed there. That has only 100 litres of seed in, so we're going to run up to the store and get some more seed. We have some seed up there still, so I am indeed here.
Ah, hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Have you checked in the store today?
No.
Go and have a look.
I will have a look in a second.
It's spooky.
Is there something good in there?
Yeah, it's quality.
Cool. Just trying to hook up to my planter.
You're struggling?
Yeah. As I said when we were chatting before, I don't use GPS very often, so I'm struggling to switch it off.
Yeah. Altex.
Are you talking about you're not talking about the versatile?
No.
Ah, yeah. Maybe you should definitely buy 2.
It's not a bad deal, is it?
No, and I guess if it had any use, it might be worth it.
Well, I guess you could.
You could cart with it, I guess, if you can hook it up to a trailer.
Oh, can you imagine? It was bad enough with a 51-mile-an-hour truck.
Yeah. 100 mile an hour, 1,000 horsepower Bigfoot to do your karting with.
Yeah, Bigfoot, of course. That's what the blue one used to be called, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, it's just been debranded so it can be on all platforms.
Yeah. New plot of land?
Maybe.
No, maybe about it. Very
Maybe.
good.
Yeah. Keeping the
Have you
expansion
seen,
going.
Have you seen where my worker decided to
Yes, I
go
did.
rogue?
Yes, that nice little shaved patch through the middle of your field.
Yeah. What a delight.
He
It's my own fault.
got carried away with the. I'm really impressed with this planter actually.
Is it behaving itself now? You've got the
It is
liquid fur.
now. I've put liquid fur in it, and it's working really well on the little case.
Ah, good.
Yeah, it's basically the same as the cedar we have, but it's a little bit wider.
Okay.
And it's putting liquid fur in for me at the same time, which means the field is going to be fertilised and good to go. So that's
Very
quite
good.
nice.
Interesting. The Alice can navigate the river as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's, on the worker, it's just done a nice little
I just-
U-turn through it.
as you say, you're blaming the worker for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nice that he made that river so friendly. It's not like
It
the
is.
ones on Greenlands.
Yeah, and it's not like you can get a sugar beet harvester down there. Yeah,
No,
true.
no. And I would like to blame a worker for that as well.
We all know that that's not the case.
But I'm pretty sure I might have been in the seat when that happened.
In the
So,
cockpit at the time.
Yes, yeah. There's nothing really I can blame that on except my awesome driving skills.
Yeah. I think the blame lies firmly with you for that one.
Yeah, I've
It's doing it again. No, it's not. Sorry.
with a new plot of land. I remember how much I would have liked to have had courseplay, but you know.
Yeah, it's. I was saying it's a bit of a rinse and repeat, isn't it? This episode,
Yeah.
Well, for me certainly. But
Yeah. I saw that you've gone for the universally accepted best crop as well.
yes, indeed.
Like we're both just going to be massive soybean harvesters now for the next 3 or 4 episodes
Yeah,
as we race
Yeah,
to victory.
Yeah, it's close though, isn't it?
It
Which
is.
good. It's not like one of us is running away with it, so to speak.
No, and it's going to... having seen how much the chicken's worth, I'm really curious as to whether in a couple of months' time they are going to pay off that difference
Yeah.
and close the gap.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just better hope that there's no foxes on the map.
Yes. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think you can come and destroy the eggs or the chickens, so...
Duh.
Let's have a look in the store for a baler. Nothing on sale. There's a nice planter on sale in the store.
Is that the Kinsey one?
No, I was looking at the Cavernan one, but yeah, the Kinsey one might be a better option, I guess.
Yeah, I did see that.
So it's about $5,000 to lease that. Yeah, I've really kind of been ignoring the sales today, and maybe shouldn't have, but I'm waiting for you to buy that Versatile.
Well, I was tempted with the Massey, to be fair.
Yeah. No, you need
But then I
to.
realised it's Team Red.
Yeah, you
So
definitely
what do we do
need
with
a Versatile on the farm. I really want to get something like that for Calmsden.
It does work.
Yeah.
You can, as long as I think the tractors aren't too bad. It's the implements and the width of them
Yeah, it's going to
when
be
they're folded.
it's going to be affording the implements is the problem that I'll have.
Well, and that, yeah.
But yeah, I really fancy something like a quad track or the big New Holland T9.
Yeah.
Just something that I've never really used that much.
Yeah, the New Hollands, the bigger New Hollands don't get used a great deal, do they?
No.
I think they're overlooked almost.
Yeah. And I don't know why people don't use them, because they're nice looking kit. I think people
They
just
are.
go by default to a quad track or a John Deere 9RX.
Yeah. Or that Xerion that they've just put on Mod Up.
Yeah.
That's a nice bit of kit as well.
Have you been the limited edition one?
Yes.
Have you been using that then?
I used it for about an hour.
Oh, you leased it, didn't you?
I did. Yes. But it was worth it. I just thought, I like using different bits of kit, and Follow Me with that was epic. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Spoiler alert, if that episode's not out yet, I can't remember when that'll air.
Oops.
Yeah, never mind.
I think you posted a
Never
picture of it,
mind.
didn't you, on Discord?
I think, yeah, I sent it to you, yeah.
Ah, you sent it to me. I forget.
Yeah.
I'm old. I have a really
Sent so many pictures.
yeah, and some of those ones you send me, you really shouldn't. You really don't need to.
Dirty man.
Yeah, I'm really bad at it varies actually. Sometimes I don't take that many pictures. Sometimes I take loads, and then I start posting them, and it's like, oh, there's a spoiler in there. But oh well.
I think it's whether people actually pick up on it sometimes. isn't it?
Yeah, I know there aren't that
Or
many.
not.
There aren't that many people that actively are on my Discord, so it's not that much of a problem.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not a problem either, because I quite like that it's fairly quiet.
Yeah, otherwise it gets a bit much, I would imagine, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to have to worry too much about having to moderate it.
No. No, and there's a reasonably sensible bunch on there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Most of the time.
most of the time. Most of the time, you lot behave. I really do quite like this Massey. I repaired it. It was £4.5 to repair.
Yeah, I did the Deutz as well, and that was about the same, to be fair.
Yeah, I was much happier repairing the case, which cost me £8.
Yeah.
I'm
I
happy
did the
to keep
plough
that.
as well.
I'm happy to keep the case repaired and working.
Yeah, I mean, they've done... You can't knock them at all, can you? They
No.
are
It's
super little tractors.
replanted my entire field for me on a worker absolutely fine. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah,
It's a bit
They are...
the
they've got their
gearbox
place,
is
haven't
yeah
they?
the gearbox is a bit clunky, but it's a really good cheap starter tractor.
It is. It was a good find, that was.
Yep, it was. As I think I said last time, I refound it a couple of weeks later, going, oh, that's a really nice little case tractor, and realised it was the one
Yeah.
we were using.
Yeah, I remember you said about that.
Uh,
Yeah, but yeah, no. All jokes aside, they've done us well on here, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. I'm really pleased now, actually, in a sort of related, that the little Fiat tractors, or the medium-sized Fiat tractor's been fixed.
The Agri, yeah,
Yeah,
it's had an update, hasn't it?
Yeah, the update says they fixed the gearbox, which they have, but they also seem to have fixed the fact that it couldn't plough.
Yeah, it was a weird one, that was, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
remember. I know you had the problem, and I think who
BF.
else did?
BF had it
BF
as well.
did,
Yeah. It was really weird because I watched him using it and he was having all sorts of problems, and for ages it was absolutely fine for me.
Yeah.
I think I seeded with it, mowed with it, and it was fine. And it came to ploughing a field, and it was like, no, it's ploughing about a third of the ground that it goes over.
No, I wouldn't see. It's not necessarily interesting, but I would like to have known what was causing that. Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But not that it probably would have meant anything to me. It would have been a coding term, I would imagine. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm guessing it's something in the XML, which to do with the hitches and stuff, and the 3-point maybe, or some of the limits as to how far the 3-point can go down.
Oh, yes. Could be, couldn't it? Yeah.
I've not really messed with vehicles at all to know how they work in that level of detail.
No. As we said last time, it's a dark art, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the most I've tried actually really hard with that Fiat to get the gearbox working. I got it sort of working, but they've done a much better job of fixing it.
Yeah.
And the most I've done with vehicles is give them stupid amounts of horsepower and make them much faster.
You converted, though, didn't you, to, what's that? Methane, wasn't it?
Yes, oh yeah, I did that.
And you did your
and the electric one, yeah.
telehandler.
I do
Is it
like that.
electric telehandler?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like both of them are really quite helpful. The problem I had at one point is I didn't have enough methane to put in the T6
Oh, okay, yeah.
because it was really it's really tempting to sell because it's worth a lot.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I had to switch the BGA on and get some methane going to be able to refuel it because I use it quite a lot on there. It's a nice
it's a handy
size
little tractor,
tractor.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not even little, is it?
Although there's a real version now. Although I think, not to be disparaging on modders, the version that released on ModHub, the interior looks quite cartoony,
Oh.
and I don't know if that's real or not. Because I think it's a prototype tractor that New Holland have released. So, because mine, when I was looking, you could get a T6 methane, but it was basically the normal one that they'd converted.
Yeah.
But I think they've now done a specific methane powered version, which is a slightly different body shape, which is what the one that on ModHub is. Because I think you need a lot more volume for fuel.
Yes. Yeah,
So
you would do, yeah.
the one that I was trying to base mine on, they take the front 3-point off and put a fuel tank. They hang an auxiliary fuel tank off the front,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and then I think there's like 12 or 13 fuel tanks scattered around the vehicle wherever there's space.
Yeah.
Which is why the new one's got this weird kind of drop nose, which has a fuel tank on the front of it.
Makes sense. I'm surprised. Well, I'm not. I am, and I'm not. That hydrogen power hasn't appeared yet.
Yeah, I don't know much about hydrogen power and how safe and stable, and there's one of the motorway services that I go past has a hydrogen refueling point at it.
Okay.
That they built, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone refuel at it.
Oh.
It's this really big, it takes up quite a chunk of the edge of the forecourt, and I don't think I've seen anyone go anywhere near it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a not temperamental. It's dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. But I
Effectively.
guess in theory it's very easy fuel to get.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's why I think was it JCB?
Yeah, I think they might.
I think they did a telehandler.
And I think Ford did a prototype car, didn't they?
I can't actually recall.
I think they did. I mean, there must be vehicles around that use it for. I think this is a Shell or a BP fuel station to bother putting one in.
Well, yeah. Unless they got a grant for doing it.
Yeah, possibly.
They wouldn't spend their massive profits, would they?
No, and I went to, I'm guessing, what is the future of fuel stations, unless the whole world wakes up a bit. And I went past a fuel station in Bristol a few months ago that had about 20 electric vehicle chargers.
Oh, okay.
And it still had all the normal fuel pumps in the middle. And there might have been a few less, but it just had like 2 of the 4 sides of the forecourt were covered in electric vehicle chargers.
Yeah, the rapid chargers. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And I guess that's part of the future at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's the infrastructure that's got to catch up.
That's the cost for me, and the range. And the range is coming up. I think that I keep seeing a lot of adverts for the Volvo one, which has got 240 or 270 miles range.
Yeah, the range is getting there.
But I'm guessing that's way out of my price budget.
I think Volvo do like a subscription thing now,
Yeah.
where you can almost not pay as you go, but that sort of theory. But yeah, it's I don't know.
I think I'll be sticking to diesel or petrol for a few more years yet.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Although if that, don't know if you saw it, the Rivian, the
No.
truck, American truck, it was on Top Gear. Freddie Flintoff was driving it.
I've not watched Top Gear since they got rid of the actual presenters of Top Gear.
Oh, okay, fair play. Yeah, that Rivian truck, it's a beast.
Yeah.
It really is. I think can't remember what it was racing now. Might have been a Corvette or something, but absolutely trounced it off the start like any other
I assume it's
electric vehicle.
Yeah, one of my friends years ago, he when Tesla first started to appear, he was trying to convince his boss that he should have a Tesla as a company car. And he was sharing all the videos of it, and he was looking at the sporty, powerful version of the Tesla is, and it's like, that's just insane.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, what mode they call it. There's a mode on it which is,
I think it's insane mode or something like that.
I think it is actually insane mode. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the people I work with has got one, and or work with occasionally has got one, and I had a look in it, and it doesn't look like a real car.
Yeah, they're very futuristic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the mechanic I used to repair my car would absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
With the faults that it had a month or so ago, he was getting very angry with it because it was throwing ECU fault codes. He fixed the exhaust gas valve that I spoke to you about. They replaced that, and I got in it when I picked it up, and it instantly threw another engine management fault.
Oh no!
And he was not a happy man.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're a little bit too clever sometimes.
Yeah. So, yeah, all you can do is plug a machine in, and it will tell you what it thinks is wrong.
Yeah. But it's yeah, and then if it's not actually that.
Yeah. I mean, they had I think it was a Ford F-150, which was really rare over here.
Yeah.
Someone had they'd brought it, gone on holiday for quite a long time, and the battery had gone completely flat.
Oh.
And when they replaced the battery, the immobilizer would just not switch off.
Oh.
And I think in the end they scrapped it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
They could not get. They had all sorts, because it was at a point where I had an old Seat which was spending quite a lot of time there, and so I used to chat to him quite a bit. And they'd had all sorts of, I think they'd had a Ford technician out, they'd had a bunch of auto electricians out, and could not get that thing going.
Wowzers. Be an interesting one with the insurance, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I'm guessing it had some sort of aftermarket immobilizer fitted that was just too painful to remove.
Yeah.
Now, I think it was my second bike I brought had an aftermarket immobilizer fitted, and that thing was just a pain in the arse. It's like, once they're wired in, they're just a nightmare to take out. And
yeah. With something like that.
I should probably have a look to see how my tractor's doing. Oh, it's nearly finished planting. Awesome.
Yeah, well, I've nearly finished ploughing, which is even better.
I've got a sea of ploughing ahead of me.
Yeah, it's still slow going, even on a big tractor. I think the implement is the restricting factor.
Yeah, I don't know whether yours might be, whether the tractors are big enough to run the Lizard GT plough for that extra little bit.
Oh yeah. Could be for the 6 metre one.
Yeah, and it's only an extra few centimetres, I guess, though, isn't it? Because ours is nearly 6.
Yeah, I think they are 5 points something. Aren't
Yeah.
They? Yeah, but it's that speed versus.
Mm.
Yeah. Tempting.
Yeah, unfortunately they're not on here, so
They're not at the moment, no. At the moment.
at the moment, until we both need to plough more land in.
Yeah. Till we both get fed up with it.
Yep.
6 mile
So-
an hour.
Courseplay, lizard GT plough, problem solved.
Yeah. Server running 24 hours a day.
Yep. Well, yeah, but that means you can't play any other farm sim. So
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point, yeah. Yeah.
you may
I
not
thought
want to
that.
do that.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. Fair point.
Before I made videos, I did some. I've probably said I played on Western Wilds, no, Wild West, which is a 16x map, and I used to leave my computer running sometimes, just doing jobs on Courseplay.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
like 6 tractors ploughing a field, and you just leave Courseplay going. I would go off and sit in a Teams meeting for 2 hours, just occasionally checking on them, and come back, and it would not be done.
yeah. Big old field, isn't that? Aren't they, on that map?
Yeah, it's just a shame that the maps are kind of not awesome quality.
Yeah, I think
It kind of it often goes when maps get really big. I think sometimes the quality dips a bit. There are probably really good examples that counter me saying that, but a lot of the really big maps I tried to play in FS19, the quality wasn't great.
oh, okay, yeah.
And Wild West it's a nice enough map, but it's really
Yeah.
it's quite basic, because it's lots of really big fields. I tried to play on a Canadian one, which I think was a 25. So it was a 5x5 map, so it had some weird scaling going on.
Okay.
And that was the same. That wasn't, they because of the graphics load and the processing load, they'd simplified some things, and it just
Yeah.
kind of broke the immersion a bit. Not that I'm a particularly immersive player, but there were just a few bits that put me off it, and I had to fix some of the mods that it needed and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. That the more, if you were to have, I don't know, a map like Calmston as a 4x map, or you wouldn't. It would just be so processor heavy.
Yeah,
that I guess so. I guess that's why they do it, isn't it? But yeah, like you say, it kind of not ruins it. That's a bit strong, I think. But yeah, I know what you mean exactly.
I think the best example was Homeworld, which had about 4 or 5 farms on it, which were quite nicely done. It wasn't the level of detail of Calmston, but then it just had lots of farmland, because that's what they have up where it's based on a real map.
Yeah.
So there were just lots of fields, and there was a little village which was not massively detailed, but detailed enough,
Yeah.
and that sort of worked. But I'm veering more towards maps that are smaller and nicer.
Yeah.
And
Ditto.
Calmston, that it's a similar thing. There's lots of big fields, and that means the bits that aren't a field, there's less land that's not a field, so it's done in a nicer way.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I think, whereas Chellington, I think, was a bit the other way. I think there was too many farms and too many other things,
Yeah. Yeah.
and maybe it suffered a bit.
Yeah, it was a talk. I think I was talking to Root was now. We were saying about Chellington, and I was like, I really like that map on 19 as a console player, because it disappeared, didn't it, for a while?
Yeah,
A row with giants and whatnot. But yeah, when it came back, I was like, yes.
yeah. It was a very different map for a piece, for a proper release, with having like 10 farms on it or something, and
Yeah.
and so much crammed into a normal sized map.
Yeah.
But it didn't
There's a
feel
lot
small.
going on. No.
It was really well done, but yeah, it had. I got a lot of views out of videos for fixing some of the bugs in it on PC.
Oh, okay.
And I really, really upset one of Oxy's, I don't know if it was one of his moderators or testers, because I posted on VF's Discord a picture of my upside down pickup because I hit the collision that was in one of the middle of the fields.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they got really, really defensive. They were like, we know it's there. You don't have to highlight. I was like, I just thought it was quite funny that I was driving across the field and then my pickup truck was upside down.
Yeah.
Um,
Protective, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. I'm the same. I'm really protective of my stuff when people say that it's broken. So,
Yeah, I think so before, didn't we? You're bound to be.
yeah. But equally, if someone sends me something funny about it, I'll still probably laugh about it after I've been really annoyed at them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've got to try and find the funny side.
Yeah.
As long as it's not sent with, you're not meant with malice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have finished. I might actually have to do some planting.
Dear, heaven forbid.
Amazingly, I've got the liquid fert that I put in. There is 175 litres left. That's worked pretty well.
Very good. That's not bad usage then.
No, that's an immense field of soybeans.
Yeah, I'm trying to aim for the same.
Actually, it might have already planted it. Oh, it's done. It's just the texture looked different.
Ah, there you go. Even better then.
It's the one bit that I didn't plough, so it's direct drilled in, and the texture just looks different.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got probably just over a plot and a bit of land's worth of soybeans planted.
I can't actually think how much I've got. 1 second.
That's what they grow in most of America. We're fine.
Yeah, I think I've probably got the equivalent to a plot, I reckon.
Trying to reverse this planter is not good. It really likes the jackknife. All my driving's really bad.
Oh, it's got to be the planter. It's got to be.
Thank you.
Watching you reverse that truck in the last one, I was chuckling. Back and forth, and you trying to just find the trigger.
Yeah.
Of the org.
Oh, that trick. Finding the trigger with that truck was a nightmare.
I was chuckling. How we managed to avoid each other.
Yeah. That moment as I came flying through and you started moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit
paying attention at all, and then I hear is incoming.
Yeah. A little bit of fertilising to do, but that's that field done. So.
Yeah, I'm not far off. Probably.
I'm making a lot
of a bit passes.
Are you still on an 11 o'clock cut-off? I've just noticed the time. Okay, no problem.
Should get it done.
Yeah, I'm not going to get finished what I'm doing, but I'm not worried about not getting that finished. So I will carry on in the next one.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think then, yeah, because it's worked actually well, hasn't it? We knocked the time down, didn't we, just to times 3, because we were half a day farming.
Half day Thursday.
Half day Thursday. And this is going to be a really annoying width, I reckon. Oh, might just catch it. Nope.
See what you're up to whilst holding down push to talk, which makes everything so much more complicated.
It does, especially when you're trying to turn off GPS, raise and lower an implement, and turn.
You really are almost done, aren't you?
I really am almost done, yeah. A few bits to tidy up. A strip of shame, and then I'm done.
I think you're just going to have to leave that and harvest it next time. Your combine will ignore it with crop destruction off.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that. It's like, oh, really?
You are relying on base game workers, not course play.
Yeah, yeah, forget about that.
Uh, I've used the base game workers a bit on Calmston lately, and they did better than I expected.
It's the same old. I think if they've got enough space,
Yeah,
then they're fine.
yeah,
But yeah, it's I guess I mean, well, even courseplay has its little issues, doesn't it?
it does, and sometimes it will go and
Trying
get
to wrap
lost as well.
bales.
It will go and get lost sometimes. Yeah, bale
Yeah.
wrapping and course play is a bit random.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do a lot of that lately, and
Yes, I
it's a
saw.
bit fussy.
Yeah, I mean, even on what's the field number on Calmston? 7. I
Yeah,
think, one down by the store.
Yep.
That seems to get the most of the grass contracts. Even on that, which is a reasonably big open field, it still likes to disappear through the hedges when it's
Yeah.
trying to turn around.
I'm not sure what video I'm up to releasing on Calmston yet because I'm a bit ahead, which is really nice. But where I added contracts to all of the grass fields, I have more than a screen's full of baling contracts at the moment in November.
Oh,
I think I could probably spend the entire month of November doing silage and hay contracts. I don't know if the video's come out yet. I did a contract on field 27, which is one of the really big grass fields,
yeah.
and yeah, that is making me a lot of money. It should, if it's not out already, it should be out before this releases. So
Okay, cool.
it's the one I spoke to you about with the embarrassing number of excess bales.
Yeah. That was, I won't say, but yeah, it was an impressive amount.
And when I was testing that edit, I did field 29, which is the even bigger one up by the
Top left. Yeah.
Oh, that produced so many bales. I think I had 2 big M's mowing it. I had 2 tractors with the biggest windrowers you can get, and then I had 2 fast bales going, I think.
Houses.
And it took me over an hour, all running on, most of it running on course play. Thankfully, it went to the sell point next to it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Uh,
I do find that helpful when it does that.
Yeah, I think I had to deliver about 1 million litres of silage.
It's nearly as bad as delivering nearly 3 million litres of sugar beet.
Yep, that was pretty insane as well.
Yeah. Good fun, though.
I don't know if do you watch VF's American series?
I have watched a couple. I got to the one where he had to give up halfway through the ploughing contract.
He's just
live,
got a sugar beet harvesting contract on one of the biggest fields on that map. And he's attempting to do it with 1 sugar beet harvester.
Oh, poor man.
I would definitely have leased another one. He was talking about whether he should lease another one and whether he'd make money or not still, but anyway. I can't remember how many million litres that was that he had to deliver, but it's just so much work.
It is, isn't it? That.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, we said it before, haven't we? Something like that, you've got to have 2.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, the way you did it was
otherwise-
sensible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I say that leasing fees nearly killed me.
Yeah, but you usually get quite a good excess, so
Yes, I think I was just shy of 200,000 litres. So
yeah, which is a half
All
decent
good.
payday if you can get a good price for it if you've I can't remember if you've got a sugar factory on there.
No, I haven't.
But even without,
you have been busy.
oh, you've noticed.
Yes, I just spotted the marshmallows in the field.
Yeah.
The fast bale. Good
Yeah.
lad.
Well, not the fastest
not-
bale we've got.
Yeah.
Right.
Very good.
Yes, I will have to finish up next time because I assume you've come over so we can wrap things up.
See, I see what you did there.
Wrap things up. That's
Yeah,
almost like
very
that was
good.
planned. Oh, you've changed jumper.
Yeah, I don't know why it's done that.
Kubota. Oh,
Yeah, I think that's a base game one because I haven't bought the DLC yet.
maybe this Giant's telling you need to.
Yeah, possibly.
Aye. Cool. That was
Right.
a fun little episode. As you've seen, I have been a little bit busy.
You have been very busy.
You'll see when you if you bother watching the video, I actually did some testing separately to see whether this was worth doing or not.
Oh,
Once I realised that I was behind after we spoke last week.
that is a substantial amount of bales, isn't it?
Is it actually looks like more than I thought I got off it when I tested.
Okay.
I think when I tested it, I got about 60 or 70 bales.
Yeah.
I think there's probably more there already, which is kind of weird because I bought
It's
exactly
weird.
the same plot of land. And
Oh. Very ingenious.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a shame we can't see in multiplayer, isn't it? How many you've got?
yeah, I'll find out when I sell them.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome. Well, I will see you next time, and
Yes.
enjoy the rest of your day.
And you, mate, take care.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Usual, if you enjoyed the video, then give it a like. If not, give it a thumbs down. Leave me a comment, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you next time on the Western Wilds.